Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. This is Janet Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I have to be honest, I wasn't sure I was going to do this video this morning. Some of you are waking up to the same news that we did here in Louisiana, to the horrendous events that transpired in the early hours of this morning in the French Quarter in New Orleans. And we're all real shook. We have friends that actually live in the quarter, not far from the events. We are blessed that everyone that we know is safe. Our kids spent New Year's Eve in, and as did we. But again, that's definitely on my heart. But I do know sometimes that when you're hurting, when things happen, things that are comfortable to you, being with others, definitely kind of brings some peace and kind of just settles you just a little bit. So being with you guys virtually, being in my studio, crafting, that is kind of what I'm doing to settle me today. So I decided to go ahead with this video. I do want to kick off though with a little bit of a toast and something positive. I just want to toast you to the coming year. May it be filled with amazing crafting opportunities. May it be filled with time to get projects done. May it be filled with a budget to enjoy the retail therapy with the new products that you love and enjoy. May it be filled with friends to craft with. That definitely is one of the things that brings so much enjoyment, is sharing crafting. Plus, there's nothing better than a friend who gets it when you go, look what I made, look what I did, and they're like just as excited as you are by what you did. So again, may you have an amazing, remarkably crafty year. So let's jump right in with Ocean Friends. The name of our house here in Louisiana is the Bayou Crabin, C-R-A-B-I-N-N, Bayou Crabin. We love blue crabs. We originally thought we would retire to the eastern shore of Maryland, but then we fell in love with Louisiana. And here in Louisiana, we get to crab year round. We have blue crabs, the same blue crabs that they have on the eastern shore, year round down here. As a matter of fact, a lot of crabs that are eaten off season in Maryland in the winter months and stuff come from right here, not far from the house. We put the boat in usually a couple times a week and go out and pick up a few crabs just to have a little blue crab snack. So I was smitten with this. In addition, here in Louisiana, we are kicking off crawfish season. And I know the rest of the world, y'all think that these are lobsters, but I'm gonna call them crawfish because they can also double for crawfish, and you're gonna see that on a really fun project that I did. So you've got this great set of stamps in this Ocean Friends suite. It's a two-step stamp, means that you stamp the base, and then you stamp the second one over top to give you that contrasting color. So you've got the lobster and the crab, or the crawfish, depending on where you're from. You've got a little bit of seagrass or coral, another bit of seagrass. You've got some bubbles. Hello, friend, love you, thanks so much, okay? Then, to coordinate with that, you've got some fun dies. First, you're gonna be able to cut the crab, okay? You're going to be able to cut the lobster, and you are going to be able to cut one of the pieces of grass. But you also have a larger piece of grass. You have this big piece of coral, which can also double as seagrass. You have these teeny tiny little starfish-like flowers. And then you have this wavy border, okay? And we'll come back to the dies in just a minute because I want to show you how they cut from paper. Because this is a suite of products, that also means that there's additional pieces that are part of it that you could choose to work with to complement everything. So we have this new wavy embossing folder, and I'll have some samples done with it. And then you have these really fun Sunny Days embellishments. And I've been using these on so much more than this paper pack here. And then, speaking of paper pack, oh wait, let me come back here for just a second. So I cut the border like this just to show you that you can have a scallop or you could have the indentations, okay? So just depending on which way you turn it. There you can see all the cool little stitch marks on our coral. There's little stitch marks on the tiny flowers. There's our grass, and then just to show you that you can die cut those stamped images. So then you have really cool paper, really, really fun, happy paper. and in non-traditional crab, crawfish, lobster, ocean colors, right? So you've got beautiful melon mambo and berry burst, and you've got your calypso coral and your pumpkin pie and your peach pie. You've got your coastal cabana, your lemon lime twist. So lots of really cool, bold, bright colors. So here you've got the lobsters with the jellyfish, the little hermit crab. This is the sheet of paper that you're going to be able to use those dies. And look how many you can get out of this sheet. You are going to just be able to do some really fun party invitations. Maybe you're doing a seafood festival or something like that, but you're going to just be able to cut them all out, have all of the coloring and shading already done for you. And we've got this really cool ocean vibe with the little stitches through it happening. And then we just have all of our coral and seagrasses. But look how bright and happy. This just makes you smile. And I know a lot of you, including us, are getting ready for a huge cold snap. So we're going to need to be in our studios crafting something bright and sunny, dreaming of beaches and tropical locations and things like that. And that's all starfish. But you have to look close to really tell they're starfish. They also look like stars. Be great for some of those congratulatory cards. And then you have another beautiful mixed print here with your squid, your pufferfish, your starfish. You've got your little shrimp on here. And then when we flip it over, we've got just some really great basics, guys. Just real happy, fun basics. So let's jump in and let's take a look at some inspiration and some ideas. And the tips that I have for you today are basic creativity tips, okay? So here we've got just the piece of the designer paper used on the background. Sending you a big hug. We actually debuted that stamp set. It comes with a punch a couple days ago. Fussy cut. Don't forget that you can actually cut images out of your paper with scissors. I know a lot of you aren't big fans of it, but here in this case, is no fancy lines to cut. We've got just the different images. So one of the first tips, and pay attention to the samples as you go through, and I'm going to showcase some designer paper mixes and matches for you, is looking around in your studio to see what you already own that mix and match and can bring life back to paper that's in your stash, stamps and things like that. This one was a whole lot of fun. And this one was also from the bundle that we debuted earlier this week, but we just die cut 3 crawfish, and congrats from all of us. And they've got their hands up like, woohoo! So just thinking outside the box. And then here you can see that border die. And this is the back side of the papers, but I had some fun with that one. This one's going to showcase for you the wavy die. And so you can either do the waves going up or you could do the waves going sideways. It just depends on the look that you're going for. The other creativity tip, I've told you this before, but it's always good to have reminders, is to die cut from your designer paper. I think that sometimes, especially on finer images like this, it just kind of breaks it up. And in this case, I didn't want this to be like a really stark, solid piece of either granny apple green or seafoam or something like that. I wanted the crabs to be the focal point. And when it's a nice, solid piece of cardstock, sometimes that pop of color becomes the focal point. And in this case, I wanted the crabs. And then talking about mixing and matching, I know that this suite has those amazing sunny dots, but these ones coming from Sale-a-bration, oh my gosh, guys, these with all the ocean scenes and stuff like that, here you can see just how perfect those sequins rock on this card, and you'll see the other ones used on the projects as well. This is a great Sale-a-bration selection. This is done as a Valentine's card, and again, it's going to use the same greetings from this set right here, that mix and match concept, even though there's a few greetings here, mixing and matching. And I did this as a Valentine's card. You've got the lobster and the crab, and you and I make the best team, so this will be my hubby's Valentine's card. And again, some more of the sequins. I know traditionally some people don't put sequins on manly cards, but in this case, to me, they mimic bubbles, so I'm okay with the sequins. And I like them, even though it's his Valentine's. I liked it. It made me happy making this card for hubby for Valentine's Day. And then going back to that tiling technique where you punch shapes out and you kind of fit them all together. And this is a great way to use up those pattern papers that sometimes you're not quite sure what to do with. And so doing the little bit of tiling. This is a sneak peek of a big bold greeting set coming. This element here, oh my gosh guys, it's from the set called Mixed Florals, and we'll be debuting that bundle, suite of products coming. But it's amazing, guys. It's perfect for that underwater seagrass look. So you saw it used here and used that here. So again, part of that creativity, guys, is mixing and matching. Now, for some of you, you're more realist. You are really like, oh, well, that's kind of fun, the pinks and the peaches and the coastal cabanas and all of that. But I'm more of a traditionalist. Lobsters are red, crabs are blue. I got you covered, okay? So here, I just stamped the lobster in Poppy Parade on direct to crumb cake, and then did the overstamping, the second step, with real red. And it's a big day. Another sneak peek greeting coming. But again, just keeping the focus on the greeting, keeping it real simple here, guys. Crumb cake and 2 shades of red, Poppy Parade and real red. For all of my blue crab fans, I am months ahead. It's January and Father's Day is not till June, but I got my Father's Day card done. So we're ahead of the game for a change. So here I took boho blue and I stamped it gently on a piece of paper to take some of the ink off. And then I went full strength for the second piece just to give that little bit of shading with crumb cake. Some of that plaid paper, you guys are going to want that in your stash. And then I had to put the crab on a wobble because he's trying to get away. That's usually when we're trying to net them, bringing them into the boat. They're like scrambling to get back out of that net. So we've got our Father's Day card. Then, because I mentioned it is crawfish season down here in Louisiana, we're getting ready to prepare for crawfish boils. And oh, it's so delicious, guys. It's the only thing that we boil. We still steam our crabs, okay? They cannot convince me to boil my crabs, but everything down here as far as seafood is usually boiled. And I'm okay with a crawfish boil. So I used the pot from the Country Flowers, Alphabet. We used plaid again to kind of go with it. And the other creativity tip, guys, is look at these two projects. You don't always have to use the full image, okay? Partial images will convey your message just as well, okay? And then this is not any of the, say the word, Janet, any of the Ocean Friends in terms of the stamps and the papers, but yesterday we showcased the beautiful butterfly, but I wanted to showcase the border. Again, that mixing and matching. Now we have this great die for creating beautiful borders and things like that. So very special one. And I want to come back here for just a second. And I want to give all of our January born a shout out. And for those of you that are not familiar with my business model, if it's your birthday month, you always enjoy free shipping from me as your birthday gift during your birthday month. You simply need to email me that order so that I can cover the free shipping. So for all of you January babies out there, you get lucky. You get free shipping during celebration. So happy birthday to all of our January born. And then watch for a post showcasing this card so that you can give yourself a shout out and we can wish all of you a happy birthday. So thank you guys for joining me this morning and helping me kind of settle my nerves and just bring me a little bit of peace and comfort around something that's familiar and comfortable. I really do appreciate all of you guys. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning with another product preview. Thanks, guys.